Determining where to spend your money for marketing now that trade shows have been canceled, it's a question on a lot of people's minds. The trade show build alone can cost $20,000. Having the space can be another $10,000 to $20,000. Having people man the booth, the giveaways, there's so much money tied into that trade show. And the reason is they were getting sales and leads and prospects and many times closing business. And it's tough. So how do you reach those same customers without trade shows? Where do you put your money in marketing? And where everyone is, where your customers are, where they're spending their time, that's where you want to be putting your money. What I found during the virus is that the time that people are spending online, the time they're spending on social media is increased greatly. And they're asking a lot of questions on Google. So there's a few places that I would suggest that you move that money that you had earmarked for trade shows into. Number one would be Google search. Customers who are looking for what you have and they're looking for it now are typically using Google search. 87% of all people, when they're searching for a product or service, the first thing they do is go to Google and type a search with a question that says, do you have the gutters I'm looking for my house? And the results that come up on page one are the companies that they call. They aren't going past page one. They utilize the ads, they utilize the relevant results, and that's the place that they go. So if you want customers who are ready to buy now, having an ad on Google so that you come up on page one is extremely important. Now you're using Google AdWords, which has changed a lot over the years, and Google has a program where you can do your own Google AdWords. I don't suggest that because the targeting is not very precise, and you can be spending $3,000 a month and not getting any leads. What I suggest is that you hire an agency who manages AdWords. That is their specialty, and they can set it up for you and manage it, and then you know exactly where your money is going when you're setting up those Google AdWords. Number two, I'd be spending a lot of my time and money on LinkedIn. People are on LinkedIn on a regular basis, and they're looking for information, they're looking to find people, they're looking to network. So having your information and building brand visibility on LinkedIn is a great idea. How you do it is by utilizing articles and content development and also video. People are more likely, I think 6 times as more likely to stop and watch a video than they are to read a post. So utilizing a format on LinkedIn that people prefer is really important. I would suggest putting together a content strategy and a schedule for delivering content on your LinkedIn platform on a regular basis. Now here's the trick. You can put content out on your business page all day long, every day, but people really don't engage with a business, they engage with people. So if you're in a sales role or you're in a marketing role or you have a C-suite executive, I would encourage you to be putting the content out on that person's profile and then asking other members of the company to share and comment on that content, because that will increase the reach significantly without a lot of additional effort. And the last piece is that being able to respond quickly on LinkedIn or on that platform is equally important. The last thing you should be doing is putting content out there and then, waiting a week to respond to someone who's asked you a question. So there's a responsibility when it comes to LinkedIn. People need to create the content and then be able to engage and moderate the content in a timely fashion. And a rule of thumb for that during business hours is a response should happen between 2 and 4 hours. And if your company is waiting a week to respond to requests or comments, people are going to consider the brand dead. The last thing you should spend your marketing money on is continuing to build good content on your website. Social platforms cannot be the end all that you send customers to. Your marketing should work like a hub where it's directing someone to a place. And typically the inside of the inside of the wheel, if you look at it like a wheel, is your website. You want to be directing people from Google AdWords, from LinkedIn, from other social platforms, maybe other areas of influence to your website. And you want to be directing them to do something. I see a lot of mistakes on websites where they fail to include a call to action at the bottom of the page. And it's giving away great content, but they don't tell the user what they want them to do. So in addition to LinkedIn and Google AdWords, continue to develop content and pages on your website at a certain cadence. A great cadence would be to deliver a new page on your website every other Friday so that it's predictable. Google search, they love that kind of stuff. They just eat that up. So be developing content, and then at the end of your content, make sure you tell your customers what you want them to do. If you want them to call you, write that on the page and have that as your call to action. Call us today. If you'd like them to fill out a form, direct them to fill out the form. If you would like them to schedule an appointment, have them a way to schedule an appointment right there at a click of a button, but always have that call to action. If you include those ways to market, you'll have a very holistic plan and you'll be able to attract the right leads, the right prospects to your website, and then you'll be able to collect their information into your database so that you can market to them ongoing for the next several months.